Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Battlefleet Gothic 2. Now, I am very excited for this. I have been waiting for this for some while now, and I'm really happy to play this. We do have a little bit in the beta here. I think there's about 2 missions of the actual campaign that we get to play. Though we do have the battles, so we can actually set up some custom battles, which is going to be bloody awesome. So, let's take a look at this then, shall we? We'll get right into it, right off the bat, and let's see what's changed. Of course, this is beta, so you know what beta means. It means, of course, that things aren't always ready as of yet. Hello there, Alex Ray Weber. How are you doing, my friend? Nice to have you in the stream here. Okay, so, yeah, we have the battle system. I do love me some Imperial Navy. So we have the Imperial Navy. I do like the fact that they've improved this. It definitely is a better system. It's nice to be able to see what you're doing a little bit more. And I like the fact that we can actually change these sub-factions. So obviously that does change the way your ships would look, which is always fantastic. How is audio? It's going to turn it up a little bit more here, just get that music in the background. Battlefleet Gothic does definitely tend to have some really fantastic music. Right, there we go. So we have the Adeptus Astartes. The Adeptus Mechanicus, really like those, as you can imagine. Chaos, the Corsairs, so these would be the Eldar, or the Dark Eldar. I'd say, yep, so Eldar, Dark Eldar. Oh no, these are the Dark Eldar. Ah. Interesting. So we have the Orcs, we have the Necrons. See, the Necron's going to be a rather interesting faction to play as. And we have a Tyranids. Now, that is awesome. The Tau... Yes, we have 2 Tau factions, which is rather intriguing. Right, so I think what we're going to do here then is we are going to go ahead and play the Imperial Navy to begin with. Now, I noticed that we can actually invite to play, which is actually interesting. How does one... Right, skirmish 1v1. Okay, that's the actual game mode here. So as far as it goes for the time being, there's only 2v2s. It would be nice to see larger battles in the future, but until that day, just 2v2s right now. So we're going to go for the Imperial Navy. So we have Battlefleet Gothic, Solar, Armageddon, Baka, Bastion, and Kronos. Or Coronos. Yeah, the Necron's going to be awesome. We might have a game against the Necrons, but I think it might be fun to actually potentially play against the Tyranids first and foremost. Okay, so we're going to go with Battlefleet Gothic. The Gothic sector has long suffered from the Chaos forces striking from within the Eye of Terror. This sector's renowned battlefleet has therefore garnered a reputation for combating renegade fleets, all the way up to the Arch Traitor Abaddon himself. Indeed. Now this is great. Okay, so let's see here. From what I've seen on the actual developer streams, they've changed how skills and upgrades work. Rather than each ship having upgrades and skills, you have your Admiral specs, so this is obviously the Admiral skills here. And then we have upgrades. I don't know if this only applies to the actual Admiral ship itself. But it's interesting. I think it does make the Admiral ship significantly more important, and there's a lot more choice and variety really garnered from choosing your Admiral ship, such as the actual class of it. Okay, so supercharged Void Shield. Plasma Bomb. So much the same as we had beforehand, which is rather intriguing. And teleports a bomb to a maximum distance of 10,000 units. The bomb explodes after 10 seconds and nullifies all ships' shields and hull fields. The regeneration. Okay, so that actually interrupts Necron tier regeneration. So that's actually quite interesting to know. So that's cool then. So I suppose if you were facing a Necron fleet, you would actually know how to really build against them. So that's cool. Let's see then. Plasma Bomb. Oh, so we can choose 2 here. That's quite good. Auger Probe is always quite handy, always good to have that advanced information. I do like the idea of taking down enemy shields. Yeah, it's a decent amount of, well, that is a very good amount of damage there. I think what we'll do then is we'll go with the actual Plasma Bomb. Yeah, we'll go with the Disruption Bomb and the Plasma Bomb. Actually, no, let's see. We'll go with the Plasma Bomb. Shields aren't too difficult to take down. And I'll go with the Auger Probe. I think it's always quite good to actually have some advanced information. I don't think we can select any others. No, just the 2 here. Upgrades. Navigational Shields. Damage caused by asteroid fields, minefields, and spore fields are nullified. Improved Auger Array. So we can actually identify ships out further. Applies to the fleet's escort ships and light ships. Okay, that's rather interesting then. So rather than it being a specific ship, it's actually applied to different classes of ship within the fleet. So that's quite cool. I like that. Powered ram. Applies to the fleet's Imperial Navy ships with spurs. Auxiliary shield capacitors. Increases shield regeneration by 25%. Orient pattern weaponries. Range is increased by 4,500 units for macro weapons and by 4,500 units for lancers. Applies to the flagship only. Now that's rather intriguing, isn't it? So we have some of them that apply to the fleet's escort ships and light cruisers. We have something that applies to all ships that obviously have shields, so basically all ships in the Imperial Navy. Then we have one here that applies to all ships that have spurs. So that's rather intriguing actually, I do quite like that. So I suppose the trade-off here is, do we want to have something that benefits the flagship? I mean, that is a pretty cool upgrade. It does definitely make factions a lot more viable, the ones with the extended range. At the end of the day, if everybody could have the extended range, it kind of made them less special. It's a hard choice, really. I mean, that one is quite good. It is quite interesting. But I'm going to go ahead and choose the powered ram. I do quite like that. So we have the powered ram here, so I could actually give myself another upgrade. I do like the navigational shields. That is quite good. Yeah, that is very handy. We are leaving behind some other very good upgrades. See, we have additional ones to unlock as well, which is intriguing. But yeah, I like that. So we'll select our fleet. Yeah, and this is the part that I can't wait for. The custom fleet. So let's go ahead and design our fleet then, shall we? Just wait for the game to catch up. Yeah, there we go. Now, see, this is what I love. I love the fact that this has been laid out like this. I think it looks amazing. I really do like to see this. I like to see that we have additional classes here. And you know what? Beforehand, we only had the escort ship. We had the light cruiser, battle cruiser, and then battleship. Now we have a brand new class of ship, the Grand Cruiser. So these are ships that are larger than battle cruisers, but not as large or as powerful as battleships. So this is fantastic. I probably won't be able to play this game, FPS games, and the speed of this one. See, I'm terrible at FPS games and RTS games, but I really do love me some Battlefleet Gothic, sorry. See, it's interesting to see that we have the Exorcist Grand Cruiser over here, which is actually more points than the Apocalypse class and the Retribution class battleships. So that's rather intriguing. Though we have a Mars class battle cruiser, which is worth more than the Avenger Grand Cruiser. So this is cool. This is actually rather interesting. Okay, so what is my point limit? So 1,200 points? Okay, that's pretty cool. Greetings there, Lupus. How you doing, my friend? Indeed. For the Emperor. Bravery, defense turrets, hull, shields, front armor, side armor, rear armor, identification range, speed, and rotation speed. Some very important things here. Okay, dedicated. Right, the ship isn't submitted to any basic bravery bonus or penalty. That's intriguing. So let's take a look at our ships here then. So we have a Dauntless, we have a Dauntless Mark II, the Endeavour. Now these are rather interesting ships to see. These are very different patterns of ships that we've seen. I believe these are much older patterns. Yeah, the Defiant, the Endurance, and the Endeavour. Obviously different weapon loadouts here. Macro battery weapons, lance battery weapons. We have a light macro turret. We obviously do have the torpedoes. However, the Defiant has launch bays and light lancers. Interesting. So pretty good then now, pretty much a standoffish light cruiser there. Could be very good to support other kinds of ships here. Yeah, I think this one should be an improvement. I'm hoping it bloody well is. How is the music? Is it loud enough? Would you like it any louder? Do let me know if you would. Okay, so we have quite a few different things here. Brutal Strike. Okay, I like this. Yeah, you can see here ramming damage has been significantly increased here due to our upgrade, which is going to be fantastic. So there, SCT, how you doing, my friend? Right. See, I would like it as an option for Battlefleet Gothic to have like a sort of turn-based mode. That would be cool. Yeah, who doesn't like flying cathedrals with huge cannons? Exactly. Okay, I think what we'll have to do as well is really try and find like our own sort of play style, our own sort of fleet style, like makeup. That'd be pretty cool. Like whether we prefer like macro cannons or whether we prefer like the lancers. Yeah, you can't go wrong with mass Gothics. I mean, let's take a look at the Gothic. Which is the one armed with... Yeah, okay. The Gothic's is straight up lance batteries. A bit louder might be nice. Okay, fantastic. We'll turn the volume up here. Just a second. Okay, hopefully that should be a lot better. I can turn it up in game. I'm just using the Windows at the moment just to try and even things out. But we'll get going. I think we'll do that once we're in game. Try and balance the actual music there. So, we have the Overlord. We have the Armageddon. Now, the Armageddon is armed with lancers, heavy macro batteries, heavy lance batteries, and torpedoes. So, the Armageddon is definitely a bit more of a brawler here. That's rather interesting to see. Now, I do like the look of these new Grand Cruisers. So, we have the Exorcist, the Avenger, and the Vengeance. So, heavy lance batteries, plasma macro batteries. We have light macro batteries. That's rather intriguing, Ben. So, it seems the Avenger is actually the cheapest of the Grand Cruisers. So what do we gain here in comparison to, let's say, a Gothic class cruiser? Okay, so the shields are straight off weaker. Yeah, so the shields here on the Grand Cruisers are obviously significantly stronger. 200% more. They do have more hull. Yeah, more defense turrets. Boarding damage is higher. Okay, yeah. That's pretty cool. Number of troops is also higher as well. Yep, so pretty much they are bigger and meaner. Avengers a ton of light macro, indeed. Now, let's see. So it does about half the damage. But I mean, that's reflected in the fact of the cost here. So that does make sense. So we have the Oberon class battleship here. Now, these are truly dangerous ships. Beforehand, we only had the Retribution. I think it was either the Retribution or the Emperor. I don't believe we had the Apocalypse of the Oberon. Nova Cannon, Lance Batteries, Heavy Macro. We have here a Nova, Heavy Macro, Launch Bays, Super Heavy Lance Batteries, Heavy Plasma Macro Batteries. So that's rather intriguing. We do have more ships here with actual Nova Cannon. Right. I do like the sounds of the Super Heavy. Yeah, seems the Oberon is the only one to be equipped with these Super Heavy Lancers. The range is 18,000. I suppose at the end of the day, the issue is it's like we do have these Super Heavy Lancers there, but we don't have as many. So it's a bit of a, yeah, do we go with that or do we stick to the solid? I think what we'll go for then is possibly a couple, let's see, let's take a look at our light cruisers here. Notice we do have a new escort. We have a Falchion. A Falchion? Falcon? I don't know how. I'm just going to say a Falchion. But let's find what works for us. Torpedoes are always very good. I do find them to be fantastic no matter what they are. Right, double barrel light macro. Or we have a light lance artillery. That's rather intriguing. I mean, what I do hope is that they continue to add additional ships to the actual game here. I really would like that. Just the additional support and just keep things going. Keep the game updated. That'd be amazing. Okay, what are you guys feeling then? Are we feeling like particularly brawly? Or are we going to feel a bit more standoffish? Retribution is all the torpedoes, Emperor is a carrier, Apocalypse is Nova, Oberon is all the guns. You know what, Blackstar, you have such good information here, I really do like that. I'm very much one of them for the guns. I do like a good gunship. I think what we'll do here, Ben, is we'll take a little lighter cruisers. I mean, 1,200 points, we should be able to set up a decently large battle here. Torpedoes. Launch bays could be handy. I think what we'll do then is we'll pick up some Defiants here to actually cover us. They are rather expensive, but the actual launch bays do make them significantly more versatile. Ah, man, I wish I could have played this on tabletop. I would love to play this tabletop. I'd love to collect the ships. It's a shame that they're so expensive now, so I would have been all over that. But sadly it was before my time. I can remember seeing it just as I was really first introduced to Games Workshops, and then it just died off. sometime after that, which is a shame. Okay, so we have Lancers. I think what we're going to go for then is the Gothics. The Gothics are always quite reliable. We do also have the Tyrant. Tyrants obviously do come with a launch phase, but I'd rather not compromise on that firepower. Okay, Lunars. I do like myself a good Lunar. I think it's a nice mix-up of the actual Lancers and Macro. So what we'll do then is we'll take ourselves here. Oh, the first one picked is... Yeah, this is actually... Yeah, it actually is a flagship. Okay. I think we're dying to see the biggest ships, aren't we? Right, we're going to take ourselves an Oberon. Yeah. I think we are going to be playing against the Tyranids first and foremost. So, we need something to counter that. So I think, like... Obviously, some defiance here for that actual... yeah, for those actual ordnance launch bays. See, the Tyrants are quite handy. They do have... See, these weapons seem to be actually much longer range than I do remember. I think the plasmas only used to be about 9,000. So it seems like range has been increased. Yeah, so we can see their actual accuracy at different ranges. How does that fall off compared to the others? Okay, yeah, big difference. But they can fire at very long range, so that's rather interesting. I think what we'll do then is we'll have an Oberon here, we'll have 2 Defiants, at least for now. We'll take ourselves... I mean, we're going to have the Oberon super heavy Lancers, aren't we? So we'll take ourselves some Lunar-class cruisers here. I find them to be very effective. Now, the thing is, do we want an additional battleship or do we want more cruisers? I think we could potentially do with a few more escorts, or light cruisers, really. Now, I do have the Endeavour. Light macro, macro, and torpedoes. How do they stack up against the Defiance? So they're roughly on par then. However, the Dauntlesses do have significantly more armour to the front. So I suppose that's reflected here in the actual cost of the ship. Well, I don't mind that. I do like myself a good Dauntless. So we have here the double barrel light macro, we have the light macro battery, the torpedoes. Are you the lance equipped one? Heavy lance artillery. I see. I think what we need here then is some Dauntless class light cruisers. Yeah, so we don't have much room here. Honestly, for the cost of the Lunar, you may want to grab 2 battle cruisers. That's a good point, actually. So 151. Yeah, we could probably get away with that. So what we'll do then is we'll try that. So I'll drop myself 2 of the Lunars here. I suppose this is it, isn't it? It's that mix and match. We might even take a look at a Grand Cruiser. I mean, for example, the Avenger isn't too far away in terms of cost, but obviously the armament is much different. But you do gain a much tougher ship. And something with the actual weight behind it. So that's always quite cool, isn't it? What we may do then is, let's see, the Vengeance. So plasma macro battery weapons. We also have the heavy lance batteries. So that's pretty much a bigger, well, more dangerous Lunar. Okay, so we can't quite afford a second Vengeance. What we'll do then is we'll drop ourselves a Dauntless. So that doesn't leave me much in the way of actual... Yeah, Grand Cruisers. Right, what I'm going to do here is I'll drop the Dauntless, and I'll pick myself up some actual escort ships. I think we need something as a picket. So we have macros. I have torpedoes, just been equipped with a torpedo launcher, that's rather brave. Right, light macro and torpedo. I'd say probably... I mean, what is the damage of these torpedoes? 90 damage. And they have a 22.5% chance to critical the first ship they hit. The other thing is they're only firing 2 of them. So is it worth it? Then again, I suppose it is. At the end of the day, they are doing 90 damage if they hit with those bad boys. So that is something to take into consideration. As we do have the Falchion, I think what we'll do then is potentially take some Cobras. They have a light macro, but they're also equipped with the torpedoes. Yeah. Okay, so we'll take a couple Cobras. Just a shame that we can't get a 5th one. Right. Yeah, very true. Okay, so Battlefleet. Ooh. What do we go for? I know what we should go for. Haruna. There we go. So we have Battlefleet Haruna. Now then. Whoops. How do I set up a AI? I've only just literally picked this up, to be fair. Skirmish. Uh-huh. Right, do we just launch here? Okay, there we go. Select Team 2 AI faction. Yeah, exactly. Right then, we are going to go up against the Tyranid biofleets. And we'll put the difficulty up here. AI increases its fleet points. We'll go for a very hard battle. I think that's the best way to learn, is to learn by adversity. So indeed, are you guys ready? I mean, this is the first battle I've had in Battlefleet Gothic 2. It's been a little while since I actually played myself some Battlefleet Gothic, so I'm going to be a little bit, shaky. So we need to, you know, as Taylor Swift says, shake it off. That is gorgeous. Damn. Right, first and foremost, what we're going to do is actually turn the audio up here a little bit more. So we'll get that about 60%. Hopefully that will be better. We'll obviously edit the audio then afterwards. We just need to find ourselves the happy medium, and from there we'll be good to go. Okay, do let me know if that's too loud or not, and we can always adjust then. So let's take a look at these ships then. So we have ourselves here the Righteous Ascension, the Grand Cruiser of the Vengeance pattern. I like the details here. Yeah. So what are we equipped with? We do have the macro. We do also have the lance batteries. Very nice. These would appear to be... No, these are the lance batteries. Are these macro or these are defensive guns? They might even be the additional lance batteries. Intriguing. Okay, now we have the Oberon. Now this is truly a behemoth. It feels like you could actually really zoom in a lot more. The camera does feel a lot more responsive than it was in BFG1, so this is quite nice. Just look at that view. Who else has flying... Well, sorry, who has cathedrals in space? Right, so we do have some weaponry here. These look to be the macro cannons. I believe we do have the Nova cannon. Yeah, we have a Nova cannon. We also do have some ordnance. We have the Fury Interceptor Squadrons, the Starhawk bombers, and the Shark Assault boats. Very nice. Okay. Take a look at the falchions. These are cool. So these would be our launch bows. Very interesting designs. Okay, so let's get into this then. We have our Cobras here, of course. So I think what we need to do is obviously support the Oberon. Use the Oberon's weapons at a distance. So this would appear to be your weapon distance. Can we change the options here so we can always see that? That'd be nice. Display grid. Okay, not what I want. We will turn the subtitles on because I'm bloody deaf myself. Display the grid. Okay, I need to turn that back on. Right. Okay, so we don't seem to have an option for that as of yet. Do remember that this is beta, so things are subject to improvement. Also remember that Oberon is turreted and can fire like a normal ship without needing to broadside. That's also fantastic. So take a look at the actual battlefield here then. So we can see we do have these dust clouds. I'm not entirely sure what this is as of yet. The good news is we don't have to worry about minefields due to our fleet upgrades. So we'll use that to our advantage. The Tyranid fleet may not have anything of that nature, so we need to remember that. Okay. It definitely seems a lot easier to actually deploy ships. Yeah, they do feel a lot more fluid when you're actually... Nice. Now, the best thing would be to actually have them sort of move in a formation. Or even to potentially have them off on their own to a certain degree. like so. Right. The ship is hidden there for the time being. Yeah, we'll move in something of a pattern like this. We do have ourselves potential picket fleets here, so we'll have them deployed together. So what we'll do then is we'll have the main ships here, the main ships of the line will fight together, and we'll have ourselves 2 picket forces here. The reason for that is to use them to really, I suppose, distract the Tyranid forces. Okay, so we have our fleet stance over here. So we have brace for impact, lock on, so it increases our range, increases our accuracy, increases critical chance, and we also have the reload skill. So of course do ignore the bits of code there, the game is obviously not yet finished. Hello there, Rocco, how you doing, my friends? I think what we possibly need here is, I mean, there would be one for potentially having increased reloads, which is, yeah, so reload speed there, 25%, weapon rate 5, 40%, increasing our accuracy is probably a better idea. Okay, so I can apply that across them all, so what we'll do then is give them all that same stance of a lock-on. I think that'll be worthwhile. So what I'm going to do then is, we'll give them orders first and foremost. Right, okay. We'll just have to take this a little bit slower. So lock on target, auto-engagement. Right, yeah, that works for me. Engagement angle. Lock on target, ceasefire. Engagement distance. Okay, so we have a lot to work with here. I think what we need to do then is really just see how they fight, and then we can respond like so. Then engagement distance. I think we want to obviously keep some distance. We do have the Cobras that obviously will need to be using their torpedoes. Okay. We'll figure this out, my friends. We will figure this out. I mean, we do have the option here to play on slower speed, which is quite nice, so we'll do that. So we're ready. War of the Emperor. I love the new Void Shields. That is very impressive. I'm certainly a happy bunny here.
We serve.
Okay, we have not a clue where the enemy is coming from here at the moment. The Tyranids will be approaching. Yes, here they are. Okay, so the Tyranids are approaching. The bioships will be on their way here. We need to drive them back from the Gothic sector. I do love the camera. The camera's a hell of a lot more responsive now. Okay, so have them obviously focused on this section.
Underway.
We'll open up our
We wait
torpedoes. Yeah, here they are.
Your orders?
Right, turnabout.
Ship ready.
I love this. This is very intuitive. Okay, what we're going to do then is launch off a salvo
Aye,
of
Admiral.
melter torpedoes.
Ship ready.
Your orders?
Just launch them off for the time being.
Aye, Admiral.
Okay, so what we need to do then is actually give them auto-engagement.
Ships ready.
We need to keep them on the same side here. So target to the left,
Your orders?
target to the right,
The enemy has
auto-engagement.
seized a strategic area.
Yeah, expect heavy fighter bioforms. We have the normal
We
types of
wait your
torpedoes
command.
here, it seems, the torpedoes and melter torpedoes. Right then. So what is our range here? We have the Shark assault boats. Right, so these seem to be objectives then. Is this church walls? This is in fact cathedral
Your
walls.
orders?
Right, we'll cap our points over here. We'll have our
Engaging
first
engines.
picket come back over here. We'll engage over this way. I will have
wait
the
your
falchion
command.
actually take position within the nebula here, the gas cloud, whatever you want to call
We
it.
serve.
We serve for the Emperor.
The
Right,
enemy
we have
has
biomass.
seized a strategic area.
Okay, let's slow things down here. Let's actually just pause it for the second. So take a look at the incoming Tyranid bioforms. So we have some flying creatures here. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but I'm going to assume that they are not good. What do we have here in response? We have the Fury Interceptors. Release the Interceptors. We have our Falchions over here. We're going to have the Fury Interceptors come about. Ideally defend the capital ships. Right, that's the extent of their range, it seems. So play this through at half speed.
Resuming normal functions.
Yep. Interceptors out.
Aye, Admiral.
Right, turrets are opening fire. You know, this is something I've always wanted from a game. Right, seems they're holding off at the moment. Oh wow, there's some large waves here. We have engagement. Take them down.
We serve.
Head for the objective. Okay, additional interceptors are coming in here. Yeah, look at all that defensive fire there.
Resuming normal functions.
Activating tactical cogitators.
No, I really missed hearing
Your
that.
orders? Heading acknowledged.
Okay, group orders. That's actually quite nice. Apply orders to all selected ships. Interesting. So what do we have here then? So we have high energy turn. All ahead full burn retros. Intriguing. Okay, so we're still engaging here. Do we have any idea where the enemy ships are? Where are the Tyranids? As far as I can imagine with the Tyranids, we do not want to get close to them. Their bioships will be wreaking havoc upon us should they come in range.
Resuming normal functions.
I think that's actually sped up, so this is a normal
Activating
speed.
tactical cogitators.
I think. It's a lot nice. Like, it's really quite nice to actually see this defensive fire coming out here. Right, looks like they're coming in to perform a run. Potentially attack the ship here. I don't know if these creatures do board. It seems like the Tyranids are potentially trying to just stop us from deploying any fighters. Well, any bombers, I should say.
Aye, Admiral.
Okay.
Course engaged.
As far as we can see, we have no engagement with the enemy as of yet. We have no line of sight on them directly. We are aware of their presence. We know that they have, yeah, definitely located us. We will have 2 objectives under our control. The enemy has 2 objectives. It will be about taking control of the objectives here and then trying to strike at the enemy. Right, we have something large. Something very large there. We have shot coming in here. Right, that did actually impact on this bit of debris. Let's use that to our advantage here.
Admiral.
Turn about, launch torpedo. We are going to go ahead and use a scanner.
Enemy sighted.
Right, enemy is revealed. Yeah, things have just significantly got worse there. So we have enemy ships inbound. I don't know what this is. I think this may, in fact, be... yeah, okay, so this is obviously early beta.
Resuming normal functions.
That is a hell of a tongue. Right, so we are seeing some graphical issues here. So ignore that, we'll deal with that. Okay, so what we're going to do then is turn about. Maybe due to the fact that we're using...
Resuming normal functions.
let's see. Right. Torpedoes out.
We wait your command.
Okay, we've been hit. High energy turn.
Execute high energy turn.
You have seized a strategic area.
Get the hell out.
You have seized a strategic area.
Cruising speed set.
Right, we have lost troops there. Right, we do have defensive fire from the Grand Cruisers here. We have melter torpedoes and normal torpedoes.
Heading acknowledged.
Let's support our boys. Right, so we have the Starhawk bombers. We're going to launch.
Possible, Admiral.
Okay, you need to stop.
Changing course.
Okay.
Your orders?
Starhawk bombers. Target the larger ship.
Loaded and set.
Right.
We serve.
Okay, we are taking hits here. Let's deploy the interceptors.
Enemy interceptors in flight. Engaging.
Right, focus fire.
We serve. Setting course.
It's a giant crab.
Targeting enemy vessel.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
I've seen a little bit of slowdown here. Of course, the game is not yet properly optimized, so do bear that in mind. Just look at the size of this thing. Yeah, Lancers are looking significantly better. So let's take a look at some of these ships then. So this looks like a gigantic mouth. So, corrosive infestation. We have no clue what this is as of yet. We have an idea of it. It's firing on us, but we can't target it. Right, so we have a battleship here. Just look at the size of these things. I mean, this looks like the front of a Dauntless. Yeah, we have Imperial ships here. Looks like a Chaos ship as well. So the debris of former conflict. Right, we need to turn about and avoid the enemy here. We are going to use our Cobras to launch a delay in action.
Understood.
Right, keep the fire.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Actually, we can face them directly. Let's launch a salvo torpedoes. You have torpedo squadrons on the big thing's flank. Yep, you're right. Yes, we do. Okay. Let's see. Melter torpedoes. This thing's rather slow. We'll launch those melters.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Okay, what we're going to do here is we're going to launch a strike of bombers. Towards that.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Okay, we do have the advantage of the Nova Cannon, which I completely forgot about, but we'll use that soon.
Orders.
Okay, boarding actions, lightning assault. Okay, let's see here. Turning about.
Engaging engines.
Turning about.
Aye,
Right,
Admiral.
we don't have the option to launch the bombers as of yet.
Underway.
Right.
We serve. Course engaged.
Melters out.
Aye, Admiral.
Right, okay.
Engaging target.
Yeah, this is not looking good. Those shots look rather painful.
Ready. We
Right,
wait
come
your
about.
command.
Okay, turn, turn, turn.
Course engaged.
Which critical hit. Melters, I think, are the right way to go here. We'll target the smaller ship.
Your orders?
Turn about. Turn.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Melter. Okay,
We
we're going
wait
to perform
your
our
command.
high energy turn here.
Acquiring
No, go
new
kicking the
vector.
engines in.
Ship ready.
Back to normal speed.
Cruising speed set.
Screen the actual larger ships.
Heading acknowledged.
Okay, we're going to launch ourselves a Starhawk bomber. I'm going to target the smaller ship here.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Okay,
Ship ready.
lightning action. Reload.
Ship
Right, I
ready.
want... So we can't perform high action, high energy moves here. We can with Grand Cruisers.
Your
So we
orders.
need to turn about here. We do have the benefit of the Starhawk. I'm going to drop that in upon the... Seems we destroyed the ship. We'll drop it on over here.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
The Oberon's Nova will come in handy rather soon. Okay, so we can target the larger ship here. We'll continue the fire
For the Emperor.
upon the smaller ship here. We need to take them apart piece by piece.
Resuming normal functions.
Right, Nova Cannon will come in handy very shortly. Right, Nova out. Powering the cannon.
Enemy sighted.
Understood.
Good. Right. Seems one of our ships has taken some damage over here. Yet we have fires on board. Orders. Emergency repairs. Engage
Damage
repairs.
team, begin repairs now.
Right. Has been destroyed. Superb.
We wait your command.
Keep the fire up. We do have the option to ram this thing.
We serve.
Okay, we do have the option for the additional torpedoes
Underway.
into its flank. We shall do this. We shall be like,
Resuming normal functions.
well, we shall be hunting. Launch that one a little bit early. Whoops, might actually get hit. Yeah, I actually hit my own ship there. Or did I not? Oh no, we've actually taken... Right, so we have the option to scuttle the ship. It's taken pretty heavy damage, it seems.
Enemy sighted.
Right, use our bombers. Right, voids are gone. We do have the option here for a lightning assault. We will engage the enemy. Let's take a look. Can I target anything here? So we have the brain. We'll kill the brain. Target priority 1. Strike at the brain. Encourage speech. Increases the morale of a ship. Launch. Okay. There we go. So how it works in Battlefleet Gothic is we do have the shields, we have the hull, and then we have what I believe is the morale of the amount of troops on board. And basically they can be broken. You don't destroy ships entirely and only by weapon and macro. It can be done by other means as well.
We wait your command.
We serve.
Heading acknowledged.
Okay.
Ship ready.
Yeah, we'll continue with the torpedoes. So this ship...
Course engaged.
Right, we are taking fire here.
Target locked in.
You're not yet ready. I think what we need to do then is have you engage it. Keep your distance about 6,000. Right, okay, you're not in a good situation here. You need to turn about rather quickly. Though, we do have an option here. You know what, commanders, admirals? Jesus, there's another one here. Okay, let's see. Brace for impact. Bloody hell, what is this? Engage engines. For the Emperor.
Resuming normal functions.
Board and actions. High energy turn.
Acquiring new vector. Aye, Admiral.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Okay, we need to go for the
Engaging
point here. Turn about.
We
Okay,
wait your command.
go for the point. Starhawk bomber onto this ship here.
Impossible, Admiral.
Take it down.
Your orders?
Okay. Fuck me, look at the size of that thing. Torpedoes out.
Aye, Admiral.
Okay, we need to get the hell out of dodge.
Changing course. Execute high energy turn. Understood.
Board in action. It's crazy, but it might do us some good.
Setting course.
Turn about.
Ship ready.
Torpedoes into the maw of this thing.
Execute high energy turn.
Enjoy that.
Resuming normal functions.
Get the hell out. I think
Taking
it's
heavy
done for.
damage.
Yeah, it's gone.
Activating tactical cogitators.
Okay, Starhawks out.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
So I have the option to rally here. Let's see. Turn about.
Coordinates
Let's give this thing a taste of the might of the Emperor.
The enemy has seized a strategic area. 25% of strategic points.
Changing
Yeah,
course.
Drifting Hulk. Okay, we have made it over here.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Right, so it's down, but we can recapture the ship by basically bolden it. Okay, we need to deal with this here. But we have a larger target. Right, speed up.
Maximum burn. Your orders?
See, they are starting to whittle us down here. Fire aboard. Perform emergency repairs.
Damage teams, begin repairs now.
Okay, we need to stay at a larger distance here. 12,000.
We wait your command.
Right, turn about, we need to deal with this thing. Actually, let's gain some
All
distance.
ahead full.
Let's burn it. Starhawks.
Fury interceptors in flight. We serve.
Your orders? Underway. Engaging.
Engage. Okay, we have the options here. I'm gonna launch these bolden.
Soldiers on their way.
Did I accidentally ram my force? I may have. Emergency
Initiate
repairs.
emergency repairs.
Okay, board.
Lightning strike successful.
Right. Nova cannon.
Impossible, Admiral.
Damn it! What has happened? Mutiny?
Punishment for disobedience is death.
Just at the right time to stop
The
that.
enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Right, enemy ship down.
Heading acknowledged. Your orders?
Heading acknowledged.
Mutiny.
Ship ready. Setting course.
Yeah, whatever the hell is affecting our ships here is not good.
Engaging
Okay, the
engines.
ship has been taken out. We can perform a boarding action to take her
The
back.
enemy has seized a strategic area.
Course engaged.
There's no rest in the Emperor's service. Hello there, no
Escort
Wowza.
vessel lost.
Underway. Aye, Admiral.
Right, focus fire.
Engaging target.
So we have nothing left. We could retake the Falchion.
We wait your command. Ship ready.
You have accumulated 50% of
Okay.
strategic points.
Emergency repairs.
Underway.
We do have the Nova cannon remaining.
Coordinates acknowledged. Starhawks loaded and sent. Understood. Wait your command. Changing course.
We still have a chance here.
Ship ready.
Changing course.
What is the range of our super heavies?
Engaging engines.
Yeah, we still have range here. We need to take out the smaller ships.
We wait your command.
You have seized the strategic area.
Right.
Your orders? Course engaged.
We will be doing that. We will be doing that. But I do like myself some Battlefleet Gothic. Whatever hell this is not good news.
Targeting enemy vessel. We serve.
Okay. Call to arms.
Understood.
Let's replace some of our troops here. Yeah, whatever this is not something we want to be in, is it?
The enemy has accumulated 75% of strategic points.
Engaging engines.
Right, let's see here. Take out the brain. Right, troop damage 6 to 12, 3 to 6. We'll go with board in action, or do we not have the range? Do we not have the troops? I don't think we have the troop numbers, do we? Okay, I do have the option of the Nova, which will deploy. I do have the option here of the Shark Assault boats. So I could use that. Right, the ship has gone, but we would have been able to use it. Okay, squadron can only target enemy ships. So it does do significant damage to them. Your shields aren't yet down, but we'll wait and we'll take them. What we're going to do is, while we are in close range, is we are going to go with a reload skill here. Basically increase the amount of firepower slumming into the Tyranid force here.
Aye, Admiral.
That looks painful. Okay, board in action.
We wait your command. Understood. Cruising speed set.
Looks like our damage potentially might have been damaged, or it's just taken an extremely long time to turn.
Aye, Admiral.
Okay, bombers out.
Starhawks loaded and sent.
Right, increase the morale value of the ship by 400. Yep, there we go, so it's low morale.
Your orders?
Rally our ships. God damn.
Aye, Admiral.
Right, take the ship back.
We wait your command. All ahead full.
Remove the head or destroy the brain.
Your orders? Acquiring new vector. All ahead, full.
We serve. Heading acknowledged. Engaging.
Targeting enemy vessel. Cruising speed set.
Oh, hello there.
Maximum third.
That's what we want to see. Crush it.
Resuming normal functions. For the Emperor.
We serve.
So that was a battle cruiser.
Understood.
Ship ready. Ship ready. Setting course. Your orders?
Right, let's close the distance.
Ship ready.
Mutiny.
We wait your command.
Send out the boats. It's gonna go down.
Activating tactical cogitators.
You have accumulated 75% of strategic points.
Resuming normal function.
Victory. Extermination. So they have the drool cannon. Creates a straight conical area of acid breath from the prow. Ah, so I wonder if that's what we were taking. Spore fields. Launch a spore to a specific location once it's reached its destination. Awesome. Right then, ladies and gentlemen. Choose a faction and we'll have a game then. I'll let you guys decide. Come on then, let's get some results going. Yeah, potentially so. Potentially so. The Grand Cruisers did do fairly well. Yeah, a lot more fire. I suppose that's it, isn't it, really? It's having that, like, weight of fire. I suppose at the end of the day, when they did hit and they did coordinate their fire, they did do some exceptional damage. Come on, guys. Let's get some ideas. Battle bots. Okay, so Necrons versus the Adeptus Mechanicus. I choose for you to play the Imperial Japanese Navy. Right, Necrons versus the Mechanicus. We'll do that then. That sounds pretty cool. So let's see here. Multiple factions that I know very little of. Right. Aggressive expansionist? Yep, that sounds about right. So we'll go, of course, with this. We'll select our fleet. So we'll create our custom fleet then, shall we? Space Elves indeed, Eldar. So not as many ships here available. We do have the Battleship Kane? I'm going to say Kane. Right. I could even go potentially more of those. We have the Scythe Reaper. Battle Cruiser. What weapons do we have here? So we have the Gauls Particle Whip turrets. We have the Lightning Arc turrets. What does the Kane have? The Kane have? Lightning Arc, we do have a lot of those. We have Coarse Particle Whips. So is it basically Particle Whips or Arcs? Right, okay, so we have the Lightning Arc. Lightning Arc? You bloody well guessed it. Lightning Arc. Lightning Arc, okay. So I do wonder what the actual, degenerates. I think we'll go with 2 battleships here. Then potentially some lighter ships then. Make up the numbers. Scythe Harvester. Right, they have some very interesting things here. Surgical Strike Shroud hull. The ship is stealthed at the start of the battle. Very interesting. Good troop efficiency. Necron portals. The board and action skill is widened. Now that is interesting. Iron Will. Hull cauterization. The ship repairs 1 hull point per second. Ah. That's intriguing. Reactive hull. Light critical effects inflicted to the ship are automatically repaired after 60 seconds. We do have some very nice... Right, the ships get inertialess drive and burn retro's maneuver skills. Allows the ship to teleport and reorientate itself within 9,000... Bloody hell. Now that is pretty amazing. So rather than burning retros to obviously redeploy, we can instead teleport ourselves. Can't argue with that one. So we have the Gauls Particle Whip turret. So 270 angle fire. Lightning Arc. Lightning Arc. What do we go with here? So 272 here. We don't have that many points remaining. Right, identification range. Yeah, we can also select the Admiral perks. Don't worry about that one, my son. Okay, what we'll do then is we'll make up the numbers here with the Kopesh. Yeah, we don't really have many of those, do we? I suppose this is it. It's like you have a very effective fleet, but you have a very small fleet. I think what we'll do here then is we have the 2 large ships. We'll have ourselves then the lighter ships here. Or even the Cartouche. Yep. That works for me. Then again, even that, we still can't get many. They go out. Right. So that's actually a significantly stronger version. Right, then we'll go with some jackals here. We'll go... Let's see. Okay. Almost there. But we'll go with the Cartouche and we'll go with 2 Jackals and then 2 of the Canes. Oh, I need to name it. God damn it. Do I have... No, I don't. Yep. Let's see. Pyramid reconstruction. If it collides with an enemy ship, it sticks to it and automatically deploys itself. That's rather intriguing, isn't it? Resurrection Orb. Resurrects 1 troops on allied Necron ship. I quite like that. Right, we'll take that, and we'll take ourselves the... Take the transdimensional. Okay, then Admirals. We have our upgrades here. Do we go for something on the Admiral ship? Tesseract Crypt. Stances can be used even if the decks are destroyed. Applies to line ships. Right. Each assault action. Wow, applies a fire on board. That's pretty powerful. Right. Ah. So it can increase our regeneration there. What do you do after SG-1 leaves? Right, what we'll do then is we'll go with... the residual absorption. Okay, and then we'll play ourselves against the Mechanicum. Very hard once more. Right, this should be rather intriguing. I like those. So those are some very different ships. I like that. So these things are awesome. I love this. That is such an interesting design. Okay, now how do we actually particularly use them? Let's see, what is that angle of fire like? So we have the inertialist drive. I'd like to get an idea of the actual arcs. That'd be nice. Lock on target. Ah, that's good to see. Okay, we'll select all the fleet. I like it. Okay, so Necrons have some very intriguing ships. There we go.
I am the Dynasty Spear.
Right, so they are rather slow, it seems. Yeah, so we have hull regeneration. We are currently detected.
Ready to serve.
Okay, let's use our stances here. So reactive hull shift. So obviously that increases the regeneration here. That's good to know. Doom Scythe transfer. Right. They patrol and attack close enemy squadrons. That's pretty cool. The unholy spawn of a ball cube, Hatak, and the Trade Federation android control ship. Pretty bloody much. Right. Ancestral Terror. Bloody hell. Star Pulse. That's pretty awesome. Okay, disperse Lightning Arc. As long as this stance is active, the Lightning Arc is divided into several rays that hit all enemy ships at a maximum distance of 9,000 units. I like it. Okay, we'll go for that then, for the time being. And we have a couple more stances here. Running silent as well. What we'll do then is run silent. That sounds good to me.
How may I serve?
So what do you guys think of Battlefield Gothic so far?
What is your command?
So we have the Scythe of the Dynasty, the Collector of the Triarch. Yeah, it's nice to actually see some information here.
I serve your glory.
Yeah, I can see speed. I like it.
What is your command?
So obviously we'd be able to regenerate in areas like this at increased rates. Now it's going to be interesting to see what the Adeptus Mechanicus brings to the battle.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Indeed.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
How may I serve?
Right, identified. Oh, shiza. I like these defense turrets.
Ready to serve.
Yeah, I'm looking like a minute. Oh boy. Oh boy. So that was Nova shot.
I am the dynasty spear.
Okay, so we have enemies over this way. We have a couple down this way. Yeah, the Adeptus Mechanicus is bringing large units here. Right, get out of that. Get out of that. Just out of range. Right, take this. They're making it very difficult for us, but we will take it. We've lost a turret.
You have seized a strategic area.
They're not trying to make it easy for me. Yeah, they've brought a lot of Nova.
Tactical science operational. All power to motor units. Ready to serve. As you command.
Okay, battleship coming in. Right, we've captured this. I think what we need to do is probably pull back here. So Necron ships are actually very, very quick. Scanner. Okay, so we have the Doom Scythe. Let's deploy some of those bad boys. We need to take this capture point. Right, we'll pull out. Taking a lot of fire. So what has the Adeptus Mechanicus brought today then? So we have the Redeemer of Truth, the battleship Arch Mechanicus. Yeah, there's a lot of forces here. We have a Gothic cruiser. Yeah, okay, so they've definitely brought some heavy firepower. We need to get our forces back here. It's going to be some time until we can actually use those. So let's see. Engagement distance is probably what we need to look at. Okay. What we'll do then is we'll bring the battleships in. Now they can actually teleport, which is incredibly powerful. And just imagine this, you are seeing a gigantic battleship, and it can teleport. Yeah, what do you do about that?
I serve your glory.
Right, move out.
Ready
Okay, yep, they need to return and regenerate. So reactive hull.
You have seized a strategic area.
Right, one of them's gone down.
impossible.
Right, execute. Right, he needs to regen. Yep, he's gone.
Initializing motive power.
Yeah, this hurts. Right, turn about, we need to support the fleet. Right, okay. Focus fire.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Okay.
Inferior vessel sighted.
Oh, wow. I have no idea what that just did, but it did look pretty mean. Okay, so we could even, like, basically teleport in front of one of them to ram it. Let's say... out here. Not in range for the teleport. Actually, no, I should be in range. Okay. Assault out. Focus on the engines. Light and assault. Doom Scythe. Take out that ship. Okay. I do have board in action here. We'll launch a board in action at the Cobra. Can you imagine? That must be terrifying. Goodbye, Cobra. Yes, indeed, goodbye, Cobra. Right, we do have the battleship over that way. Love those effects.
Tactical sight disengaged.
Right.
Inferior vessel sighted.
Wow.
Cannot comply.
Ah, so it affects their morale.
Inferior vessel sighted.
Additional ships. Enemy Gothic cruiser. Right, we need to actually link back up.
Inferior vessel sighted. Mode units fully engaged.
Right, we can try and destroy their morale here. Star Pulse. I like that.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Right, Star Pulse wave. Yep, down. Let's break their morale. Okay, pause here. We need to take out its engines. Okay, lightning assault. Right, we can't get through with its shields up. I can launch board in actions here. We do have a Star Pulse wave. We'll deploy that. Doom Scythes. Additional Doom Scythes. Okay, so we have the Dispersed Lightning Arc. We do have the Reactive Hull. We do have the Reload. We're going to go with the Reactive Hull. I do have Lightning. I do have board in action. We don't need the board in action for the time being, as obviously we're not in range. There we go. That's so cool. Goodbye. Okay, he's mutating. Not what I want. Let's get him out. Okay, turn about. Enemy light cruiser has been destroyed. Okay, we do have the Ancestral Terror. We'll break his morale. Okay, transdimensional.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Resurrectional. Okay, yep. Got reactive hull. Is he trying to leave? Okay. Hit him with the Doom Scythes. So he still has a number of ships here.
strategic areas.
Actually, this battleship may go down. Yeah, that's going to go down. Unless it repairs, it's going to go down. Okay, his ship is mutinying. Come on, you can regenerate. Right, he has another battleship here. Right, I think what we need to do is we need to give ourselves some distance here. Right, let's go and screw his day up. Get ourselves some distance as well. I think he's going to go down. Yep, he's going to go down. Right, get that distance and then we can try to regenerate.
You have accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Inferior vessel
Yes, hello there,
sighted.
sunshine. Okay, Star Pulse Wave. Damn it! Right, we've gone down. What do we have
The
left?
enemy has accumulated 50% of strategic points.
Just the one ship here. Right, let's link back up.
Inferior vessel sighted. Counterattack swarms have breached the enemy vessel.
Right, we need to buy some distance to regenerate.
As you command.
Hello there, Snow Fox.
Ready to serve.
I know, right? I mean, we've lost the numbers here. The Mechanicus do outnumber us. If we can actually buy some time and some distance, we can regenerate.
Moving. I am the dynasty spear.
Yeah, he's still gaining victory points here. Seems he's actually gonna probably cap us with victory points. Regenerating, let's head into the cloud.
What is your command? I serve
Okay, we're gonna have to go back in.
as you command.
Right, you're stealthed.
Relocate.
Cartouche doesn't have much in the way of morale.
Vessel sighted.
Break his morale.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Right, don't ram it. No, there we go. That's one down.
I am the dynasty spear. Engage unceasing fire.
Okay, I need to get in for the lightning assault or a board in action.
On the march.
Well, never mind.
Ready to serve. Vessel lost. Adapt protocols to compensate.
Star Pulse Wave. Right, the deck has been damaged. If we can get behind him,
In battle protocol.
though then again, I think we are pretty much, yeah.
The enemy has
We're not gonna win
accumulated
this.
75% of strategic points.
Right, I don't have control of the ship. Yep, it's all over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at these Adeptus Mechanicus. Those are some cool ships. And goodbye. That's pretty awesome, man.
Vessel lost. Victory probability slipping.
Oh dear. Well, we got quite cocky, didn't we? Yeah, we definitely got what we deserve there. That's true. Okay, who do we want to play next? I'm rather tempted to take a look at the Ships of Chaos. We do have Adeptus Astartes. I think what we'll do then is we'll take a look at Chaos. We'll play one more match, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we're gonna go with Chaos. Let's design our fleet here. I mean, we are playing them very hard, so the enemy does obviously outnumber us. That's my excuse. Okay, so we have a good number of ships here to choose from. Obviously, some that we do recognize. We do have two Chaos battleships, the Desolator and the Despoiler. Despoiler, armed with, interesting double-barrel lance turret, okay. So Chaos traditionally had the range. Traditionally, they also have the speed. Macro batteries. Quad-barrel super-heavy lance artillery. Well, that sounds pretty attractive. What are these, the... yeah, okay. Double-barrel heavy lance. Triple-barrel super-heavy missile turret. There's some fucking stuff there. Okay, what we're going to do then is we are going to take ourselves 2 Desolators. Right. Retaliator. Merged macro battery. I don't even know what that means. Yeah, Lancers and Lancers. Mega heavy macro battery weapon. That sounds rather cool. I think they're just making names up now. So we have Hades. The Sticks. I remember these. Yeah, super heavy missile turrets. So these are battle cruisers. Devastation, murder, carnage, and slaughter. I think we could probably do with some cruisers here. Okay. Iconoclast. Could we buy ourselves another battleship? Okay, what we'll do then is we'll have 3 Desolators. Actually, let's see, can I go for the Despoiler? Yeah, we could go for the Despoiler. So we'll have 2 Desolators and a Despoiler. I'll make the Despoiler the flagship. So quite battleship heavy here. I suppose at the end of the day we are sacrificing a lot of what makes Chaos powerful is the speed. Yeah, the Slaughter's a very fast ship. I like that. It's like a glorified Picket. Okay. But I like it. I like that. Light Lance Artillery. We have torpedoes. We'll go for the Idolater. Well, okay. Yeah, we'll go for that then. There we go. Red Corsairs, the Alpha Legion. I've always loved Zinch. It's obviously the Thousand Suns. Does that actually change what upgrades we have? I wonder. Seems to do something. Okay, so we have Demonic Infestation. A couple of upgrades here. Supercharged Void. So pretty much similar to the Imperial. We'll go with the shields then, I guess. The... I suppose Disruption Bomb, if we take down their shields. I think Lancers are armor piercing, aren't they? That'd be rather good. Right. So we'll go with that then. So we'll go with the Disruption Bomb. The Supercharged Void Shield. Okay, beyond medium range, macro weapons accuracy decreases only half as much as normal. Or we could have Demonic Infestation. When the ship is destroyed, all enemy ships in its identification range suffer 1 to 2 troop damage. Okay, that can deal a critical assault damage. So that's pretty cool. So you have like a chance to really... actually, not too bad, is it? To the end of the day, it applies to all ships, I believe? Yeah, it applies to all ships. So we'll go with that, but Demonic Infestation sounds pretty interesting. Mini-Eye Prophet. We'll go with the additional identification range. Yep, and who do you guys want to see the Chaos Fleet go up against? just wait for those votes to come in then. I'm trying to think who would be an interesting matchup for the Chaos. I suppose at the end of the day they obviously will be fighting. I mean, we could go with the Adepts of Astartes. Oh, Chaos versus Orcs. That would be an interesting matchup. Okay, we'll go with Chaos versus Orcs. Right, that should be awesome. Space Marines. Right then, here we go. So we have, what, Desolators and Despoilers. Oh, do we actually have a Tzinch look here? Yeah, we do. That's pretty cool. I like that. I think that was one of my favourite things from the first Battlefleet Gothic Armada. Was being able to have, like, the customization of the ships. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Hopefully there will be further customization in the future. So, let's see. I'd like to actually take a look at the weapons that we have. Figured out what they're like. So, yeah. Quad barrel, super, macro, launch bay, and right. So we'll keep them forward. Yeah, forward facing. Right, some nice torpedoes there. I guess we'll have them at an engagement angle to the side then. Right, spoiler, Desolators. Yeah, that works for me. I do hope that they add a formation button in the future. That'd be really quite cool. Comrade Cosmonaut, hello. The boys are back in town. Right, I could have the Slaughters to actually support. Okay. Again, we'll go for lock-on. I think I'll go with reload from these guys. These guys are going to be moving faster. As we'll have them obviously engage at 12,000. There we go. Yeah, very spiky. So we'll keep them engaged to that side. Right, ready?
Your orders.
I love the fact that Chaos has red void shields.
Show us our victims.
Right, so we could put down a torpedo salvo.
We stand ready.
Which is going to be rather important against the Orcs. Quite a nice large arc. That was very close.
Reporting. We'll follow your command for now.
Right, I mean what we need to do here is sort of operate like Eldar do. So he has a couple ships of this way, he has less to this side. So I think we do need to focus upon that side first and foremost. We'll head here to capture that point. Take this one with the Slaughters. The Slaughters do have that speed advantage, hopefully, which will be quite nice. Remember the great Orc Mork? Yeah, exactly.
Show us our victims.
In fairness, do I have the time here to take that point? Maybe.
We stand ready. For the ruinous powers.
Right, we've been identified.
For the War Master.
Yeah, here comes a lot. Right, what we're going to do then is launch fighters. Swift Death Fighter Squadron. Launch.
Show us our victims.
Yeah, here comes the Orc Bombers. Swift Deaths. That is awesome.
orders.
Right, good capture that point.
Master. For the ruinous powers.
Okay, what are your weapons like? Yeah.
Engines hot. Your orders.
Dogfight here.
Reporting. We are unstoppable.
What the hell is that? No, they're sadly not Skaven in 40k, which is a shame actually.
The enemy has seized
Right,
a
capture that
strategic
point.
area.
Oh, God damn it.
As the War Master wills. Enemy ship sighted.
Right. Holy moly, that thing's moving.
I cannot master.
The enemy has seized a strategic area. You
Okay,
have
let's get
seized
back
a
here.
strategic area.
We stand ready.
That's gonna hurt.
Your orders. For the dark.
Right, turn about.
Show us our victims.
Yeah, Gingers are basically Skaven.
Setting
Yeah,
course.
I can accept that. Right, longest
Enemy
possible
ship
range.
sighted. Moving to those coordinates.
Okay, we are taking them down at range here, which is pretty good. Those lances are pretty effective. We do have the heavy missiles.
We stand ready.
Right, stay there.
As the War Master wills.
Yeah, shots out. Looks like a kill.
You have seized a strategic area.
Right, we need to get out of here.
Setting course. For the War Master.
Right, board.
Fear us, for we strike from the warp.
Board again.
As the War Master wills. Reporting.
Okay, we have the Doomfire bombers. We'll launch
Blue
those.
fires unleashed. Enemy ship sighted.
Okay, we have the point.
For the ruinous
Why are you here?
The enemy has seized
Why are
a
you ramming?
strategic area.
What the hell?
Your orders.
Okay, I have no idea what that murder was doing. It's doing
Show
something
us
though.
our victims.
Yeah, that's not good.
We'll follow your command. For now,
God knows why.
your orders. Moving to those coordinates. We stand ready. We'll follow your
Okay, so I do
command.
have a disruption bomb. I have a supercharged void shield. Disruption bomb down here.
We cannot take much more.
Right. Cottage.
Show us our victims. Break
Right,
them.
focus fire.
We've lost a ship. Reporting.
Move out of range.
Cruising speed set.
Okay. Launch them.
Fires unleashed. Your orders.
Keep up that fire.
For the War Master.
Launch torpedoes. Should have been launching a lot more torpedoes here.
Reporting.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Right, we are doing some pretty good damage. But I think we will still probably lose here. We're heavily outnumbered.
We stand ready.
The enemy has accumulated 25% of strategic points.
Okay, disruption bomb. Yeah, take that shield down again.
Your orders.
The enemy is seizing one of your strategic areas.
Okay, let's get some distance here.
Reporting.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Okay, launch the Dread
Get
Claws.
claws away!
Emergency repairs.
Locking weapons!
Lightning
The
Assault.
enemy has seized a strategic area.
We stand ready!
Right, launch emergency repairs.
Reloading ordnance.
So we are seeing a bit of FPS slowdown here. Obviously the game is still work in progress, so that's to be expected.
No! We must escape!
Let's see. Rally.
Show us our victims! Engines hot! We are unstoppable!
Try and get you out of the enemy's range. Right, if we could focus fire, that'd be great.
Setting course! Show us our victims! We stand ready!
Okay, Doom fires.
You have accumulated 25%.
We've got to basically target the engines.
Your
Okay, this
orders.
slaughter needs to get out of here.
Engines hot!
Yeah, he's got a lot more ships on the way. If we can keep this up, we should be able to really annihilate them at distance. Okay, focus fire on this one without shields.
Show us our victims!
Can't launch as of yet. Right, your voids are back up.
Coordinates.
Engines are down.
We stand ready!
Right. Call to arms. Come on, you'll stay in this fight. Okay,
Warp strike successful, Master!
The enemy
Launch
has
some repairs.
accumulated 50% of strategic points.
right, we'll put down another disruption bomb.
For the War Master! For the War Master!
Come on, keep moving.
Tear them apart! Our strike team slaughtered them!
Okay, almost in range. Yeah, it seems slower paced than the first one, which is something I really quite like. Okay, the slaughter's gone.
We stand ready! Reporting! Reloading ordnance!
Right, turn about.
Setting
We'll launch
course.
the
For the War Master!
torpedoes then.
We are
Right, hold.
unstoppable!
Hold for the time being.
Your orders!
Move. Ah, shizer.
To the slaughter!
Let's answer with our own torpedoes.
For the ruinous powers! Cruising speed set!
Right, let's get out of
Show us
here.
our victims!
Okay, launch additional bombardment, sorry, additional mutiny. Well, you know what I
We
mean.
stand ready!
There we go.
For the War Master!
Yeah, seems like he has suffered some heavy damage instead of a battleship.
Your orders!
Okay, lightning strike.
I cannot, Master! Warp strike successful, Master!
Right, we do have the option here to
The enemy
initiate
has
emergency repairs, we'll do so.
75% of strategic
Right, let's get past that.
points.
Yep, there we go.
Moving to
Okay,
those
full
coordinates!
speed.
Cruising speed set! As the War Master wills!
Okay, let's get some distance.
Reporting!
Supercharged void shield, if you please. Okay, you're running a little bit low. Let's bring the troop count back up.
We'll follow your command for now.
Right.
Your orders.
Need to turn about and yeah, we have crew here, then we have like morale.
Reporting. Get claws away.
I think we're blocked here. Right. Stop and turn.
Retros activated. We stand ready. Set engines to full ahead.
Right, go, go, go.
Cruising speed set.
Right, you need to keep going.
Set engines to full ahead.
Actually. Perfect.
Tactical cogitators engaged.
Oh, they've impacted straight away.
To the slaughter.
Critical hit as well.
Set engines to full ahead. For the War Master. For the ruinous powers. Let the galaxy burn.
Okay, there we go.
Orders.
Launch the
Doomfires
Dread
unleashed.
Claws.
Engines hot. Reporting.
Yep, it's gonna go down. Oh, did we lose here to bloody victory points? Yeah, we lost to the victory points there. So far, I like it. I like the fact that we have, yeah, so we lost that to victory points. So I like, yeah, that's what you get for not paying attention. I like it due to the fact that you have an increased amount of choice, there's new ships, there's more ships. And I like the fact that you can really just customize things in a different way. So it's quite cool, I like it. I do like it. I mean, we do have 2 campaign missions here. We'll see what they look like. We'll see what they look like. Okay, so we have a prologue. Ah, it seems we have... Okay, so we have the Battle of Cadia. We have for the Emperor, so this is the Imperium. A Necron. As well as a Tyranid. Planetary simulation. And that seems rather interesting. I think what we'll do in the future is we'll take a look at these. But for now, thank you so very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you have enjoyed this. And if you have, please do go ahead and subscribe for more. Until next time, goodbye for now.